Hi, hello, hello. It is Tammy with Cheers to Creativity, and we are here tonight, hopefully, on the Essential Stencil page. I'm actually going to be working on 4 12 by 12 watercolor canvas panels. So I'm using a buttermilk color, which is basically an ivory color. I'm using a DecoArt buttermilk, but you could use any kind of off-white color you wanted. And the very first thing I'm going to do, maybe, is just squirt some paint on this and just, we're going to say, kind of base coat this with a little quick bit of a chip brush. Okay, so that was nothing fancy there. I just added some buttermilk paint to this watercolor paint canvas. I just wiped off some color. Now I'm going to take this sponge and I'm going to take a metallic, and the metallic I'm going to pick up is going to be champagne gold, and it would not have to be, you can use a sea sponge, but you can see I'm just picking a little bit up, and I'm going to tap here and there. So I've got these, a little bit of a variation of color. I had this ivory color to start with. Now I've got this little bit of golden color and a little bit of straight white, and you can leave it just kind of sponge. I've decided I kind of want to swirl these colors together, but I'll pick up one that's a little drier here in just a second. This should be all I need this for, so I'm going to drop this in here. Set this aside, and let me just give you an idea. Pick up a little bit of this extra color of what this looks like. So this is what I did, and again, I'm not even sure you can catch any of the metallic consistency throughout our background. So I think we're going to start with this first. So I think, but I think I love fall most of all. I'm going to line it up against my board because my board is 12 by 12, and I know my stencil itself is 12 this way by 16. Now, I'm just going to find a color that makes a little sense to me. I'm not sure what that is at this second because I did not think about this previously. Give me a half sec. I think I'm going to go with, just a deep green. So this is Hauser Green Deep. And right now, I just want those words. And then I'm going to take, I'm going to push this way a little bit. I'm going to take those pumpkins, and I'm going to bring them right at the very top, and I'm going to try to center this. And I just saw it right here. This is a color called Cocoa. So it's more of a tannish color. Let me show you these really fast, okay? There's this lighter tannish color, more of a rusty color, and the darker brown color. And my idea here is that I want to do that lighter, medium, and darker color, okay? Okay, let's wipe that off the best we can. And I'm going to dab into my darkest color, which is my burnt umber. We're going to lift that off. And we should have a bit of an ombre, right? It's a little lighter on the top. There's a little more color in the center. But I know I've gotten a lot of that color out, so I can start there again with this lighter color. I'm going to start up here with the lighter color. And then again, wiping most of that off and picking up a little dark brown. This is burnt umber, and this is at the bottom of my stencil. And I'm going to pull that from the bottom up into where I've kind of put that middle color. And let's see what we've got here. Again, I think we have a really, really pretty variation in our colors. In this one, this is the little guy sitting on the mushroom, and I'm just going to set him right about there. I think the leaves are going to work out there just fine too. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to frame this project in just 1 second. Okay. The one other thing I'm going to do just real quick, I'm going to pick up a tiny bit of the last brown I used, and I'm just going to make sure that my little guy is completely in a ground. Okay. So there we go. And stick them in here. Now the really cool thing about that is that after fall, when I'm done with fall, and I need to change this out, I can pop that panel out, and then I can choose to put another panel in. 'Tis the season to be tis the season to be freezing. I am going to use this green, which is an avocado green. It's a little more of a dull green, but I'm going to pull that other color into in just a second. So this is the brush I used. I'm going to use this burnt orange, which I said kind of picked up some of the colors in the penguin that we're going to use. That I'm getting ready to offload. I'm going to offload onto a paper towel, and I'm just going to do a couple of this little snowflake here, I want just a little stronger gold. This is the December stencil of the month, correct. So I used champagne gold. I'm going to use something a little stronger, not a lot stronger, just a little bit. It's called Splendid Gold. I think it's funny, I keep finding these long hairs. I don't know where they came from. Yes, I do. Oh, I love that. Love that, love that, love that, okay? I'm picking up this Rich Espresso color. Again, this is a Dazzling Metallic from DecoArt color. Oops. And what I really wanted to do was kind of add in this. I'm just going to try to feel looking good. Let's just make sure we've got that very tip, those little ideas. And I'm going to go ahead and use that brush I had a second ago. Tiny, tiny bit of wild berry, which is much darker, but I'm going to mix it with what I just did. Just so these birds show up a little more. Okay, one there, one here. So that's my stencil part of this one. Right about such. I'll lay it down. We'll use our transfer. Something very near and dear to me and my family, since I'm a breast cancer survivor. All right, so we have this, and remember we did that green, that avocado green. I'm just picking a little more of this out of my brush, and I am just going to, on this one, pull a little bit of this color from the bottom up. This is that avocado green that was already on my brush. I'm going to show you really quickly. Remember, this is my frame. It's a floating frame that I put Velcro in the corners. We'll put Velcro on the back of the board, and it'll just pop right in for spring. We're going to use Hello Summer. And what I'm going to use with Hello Summer is going to be something from this collection called the All American Blossoms. And I think I'm going to use this one. I just need to see really quickly which one's going to work. I might need to take these out super quick. So we have these beautiful flowers. I've just got a little bit of green in this. So I'm just going to like ground him right here. And then I'm going to take Hello Summer. I'm going to move it right about here. And I'm going to pick one of the blues up that I think are going to work really well. And that's going to be how we're going to, this is, that's Payne's Gray. Let's do Prussian Blue. Prussian Blue is a really pretty blue. We'll get those letters in here. And then we are going to be able to pick winners here in just a moment or two. So many things you can do with these seasonal stencils. Here we go. Let's look at this one. We've got Hello Summer. And this is what this one would look like in the frame as well. Remember, we're going to put Velcro on it, so it's just going to fit into those little Velcro tabs. And you can be able to hang it and be able to switch it out as time goes on. Have a great rest of your Friday evening. Oh my goodness, it's Friday. And have a great weekend. Can't wait to see you again next week. Remember to shop the sale. Remember to go ahead and use Cheers to add an additional 10%. And we look forward to seeing you again really soon. Cheers.